Hi, Tar Heels. I'm Amy Johnson from Student Affairs. Come on in and see my Carolina crib. Well, the first thing I wanted to share with you is that we're in the Henry Owl building. Henry Owl was the first American Indian student and first student of color at Carolina. He came in 1928 as a graduate history student. And fun fact, Henry Owl later went to work for the Boeing Corporation in Seattle as an inspector near where I grew up. So when I first came to this role, the walls were cream and neutral and looked lovely. But I decided that we needed to have something that screamed Carolina a little bit more. So you will see we have our lovely Carolina blue on the walls, a nod to UNC in the pillow, of course. The other thing that you'll notice about this office, perhaps, is that there are a couple of nods to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where I did my graduate work and lived for a period of time. The first one is Judith Jamison from the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. I'm a former dancer, and in particular, Alvin Ailey Dance Theater was one of the things that encouraged me to really love dance. One of my roommates in college scripted for me a poem, and I have had that poem with me for about 30 years. It's one of my favorite poems. It's Invictus by Henley, and it is just something that means a lot to me. And another great note, it was on Jeopardy last night as a clue, and no one got it, but I got it. A couple of other things that are important to know about me is I love books. As an English major and as someone who has written a dissertation, I have a lot of them and continue to add every year, so I feel most at home when I'm surrounded by books. My mother grew orchids growing up. We had a huge greenhouse attached to my house. I do not have a green thumb, but I love orchids as a result, and Carolina is the first place that I've actually been able to grow orchids, so I feel like my mother is with me every day, and that's something that's very special to me. One of the things that I have always had in my office for young kids is a set of slinkies so they can be entertained while I'm meeting with their parents or their big sister or whatever the case may be. So if you ever are interested in a slinky, come visit. Well, Tar Heels, I think those are the highlights from my office and Carolina crib here in the Henry Owl building. I hope that you've learned a little something about me, and most importantly, I hope you'll come visit. Hope to see you soon.